So here's a Rick Confesses for you. I used to really enjoy making videos, and then I just stopped doing it. So I recently did the black and white photo challenge that was going around on the social medias, and I really enjoyed it. So I decided to give myself a little video challenge. So my challenge is to make and post a video every day for as many days as I can keep it going. Just see how long I can keep doing it. Don't know what the consequence is if I fail. Don't know what the reward is if I don't fail. But basically the point is to just force myself to get back on that proverbial horse and just make videos again. So today is my day one, and today's video is about why I stopped making videos in the first place. There are, I think, two main reasons that I stopped. The first was a robbery. So I used to take video everywhere I went. Whatever I was doing, I was shooting video, and of course I shot more than I posted, but I did post a lot of it too. And I had got to the point where I had lost the self-consciousness in just getting out the camera. It didn't bother me at all, and most of the people who I was friends with and saw regularly, they had lost their reaction to the camera too. People had stopped asking me if the camera was on. It was just there. It was almost like an appendage to me. It was just ever present. And I didn't do anything super fancy. I just did simple little edits sometimes to string things together, or sometimes I did no editing at all. But I shot video, I posted it, I really enjoyed it. It was my own journalism, I guess, of my own life and everybody that was around me. And then one day at about 3 p.m, I was sitting at my desk in my office at my job at the time on the 3rd floor of a building in uptown Dallas when a bunch of guys came in with guns and took everything they could carry. So our work MacBooks, our phones, my purse was sitting on the desk at the time, and so they decided to be real jerks and pick that up too. That purse was a gift, and I was kind of sentimental about it, and it also had my house keys and my car keys clipped onto it, and of course it had my wallet with IDs, credit cards, all that stuff in it, and it also had all of my cameras in it at the time, and worse, one of my cameras had the video from my friend's wedding on it, which I had not got around to copying over yet, and I am still sick about, and yeah, I won't make that mistake again. But so basically in one fell swoop, I lost all of my little getting around in the world life utilities like keys and IDs, and I also lost most of the small but valuable things that I own all at once. And I lost the illusion that we are safe most of the time. I don't really want to talk about the robbery itself a whole lot. There's some news coverage out there that you can look up and read if you want to. But for these purposes, the point is that I suddenly was left with the burden of the realization that we're all really vulnerable all of the time, and we're all at the mercy of everyone around us to follow the rules and to not hurt us. And when someone doesn't follow the rules, we are so vulnerable to being hurt or having things taken from us, and a lot of the time there is nothing you can really do to prevent it. And for the record, nobody was hurt in that robbery, fortunately, but it just left me with the awareness of how easily they could have hurt us and how easily anybody could hurt us all the time. So it took me a little while to replace my cameras, and then after I had replaced them, I was no longer comfortable carrying them and using them out in the world anymore. I guess I just was stuck with this sort of weirdly applied self-preservation thing where I felt like I always had to have everything hidden and protected and, not make myself any more vulnerable to having something taken from me again. And so logically, I knew that it doesn't make any sense to own things that you're not going to use. And I knew that how I wanted to use the cameras was out in the world, documenting life, the universe, and everything. But I just couldn't get over the uncomfortability of it for a long time. And then finally, I just decided that I needed to force myself to get through it. And I started shooting video again until I felt comfortable again. And I got most of the level of comfortability back of getting out the camera wherever I am and shooting some footage. And I've taken a lot of cool footage. But then factor number 2 comes in, which is during that gap when I got out of the habit of taking video, I also became self-aware. And I became aware of how many people are out there making better videos than me, with better production value, and cooler lives, in cooler places, with bigger audiences. And so I became really fixated on like my production value or lack thereof, and and just really bummed out about like how I couldn't make professional quality things, and I don't have professional editing skills, and my footage is not professionally lit, and blah blah blah. And yeah, so basically I just would either take on big projects trying really hard to improve that production value, and I would never finish them, or I would finish, become unhappy with the quality, and never post it. So basically I let 2 different forms of insecurity destroy the joy that I used to have in doing something, which sucks. So here we are at this challenge, and I've decided that I'm going to try to do 1 video every day for as long as I can keep it up. They're probably not going to be fancy, and doing 1 a day is probably going to be fancy prohibitive actually, but that's probably for the best, because that's not the point. The point is to just do it and enjoy it and just tell little stories. That's it. I'm also going to be challenging other people to make some videos, but if I challenge you, I'm going to go a little bit easier on you than I'm going on myself. And so my challenge for you is to make 1 video of something going on in your life during the next 7 days. And today I'm going to challenge Lilith, aka the Agent Foxy, because your life is interesting and I want to see a video from it. So within the next 7 days, if you choose to accept this challenge, make a video of something going on in your life and post it on whatever platform is appropriate for you, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, whatever. Yeah. And so if you enjoy or have something to say about any of my videos, please like, comment, subscribe. Hey, thumbs down if it's appropriate for how you feel. Because I'm not trying to just get social media clout. I actually want to, hear what people think and actually have real conversations with people, because, yeah, maternity leave is mostly being around my house with the baby and some dogs, and the conversations are a little bit one-sided. So that's day 1.